Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love MMA as much as I do. Sergei Spivac. I don't know much about him, but he has 7 knockouts. He has 7 submissions. His overall record is 16-3, so he has some experience in MMA. He's fighting Ciryl Gane, the former interim heavyweight champ, 2-time undisputed heavyweight title challenger. He lost to Francis Ngannou, and he got choked out by Jon Jones recently. There's really no shame in losing to a guy like Jon Jones. I'm not trying to troll Ciryl by any means, because Jon Jones is a legit heavyweight, mixed martial artist, period, at light heavyweight. If anybody could beat Francis Ngannou while he was champion, it would have been Jon Jones if they would have actually fought. All right, but with that being said, Ciryl Gane's a beast in his own world. He's 11-2. He's got 5 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's beaten up Derek Lewis. He's knocked out Junior Dos Santos. He won the interim title by beating up Derek Lewis in Houston, Texas. That's his house, basically. And he TKO'd Tai Tuivasa in Paris. You know, and that was a really good fight back and forth. So he's shown that he can brawl with you if he needs to and still win. But most of the time, he's not much of a brawler. He's a guy that likes to pick you apart, use his kicks. He's got some really good footwork. My only problem with him is the grappling. You know, he proved with Jon Jones. Now, I know, I get it. Maybe he was nervous in that fight, but that fight looked way too easy for Jon Jones to win, you know, if I'm being completely honest. If I'm Ciryl Gane, what I did or what I should have done after that fight was sit down and say, okay, I just fought the best fighter of all time, in which many people see. And there's no way I can lose this badly again. So what I need to do is go home and understand my skill set. I would say work on takedown defense. I would say work more on grappling and embrace the overall MMA aspect, because you're not fighting guys like Derek Lewis or Tai Tuivasa anymore. You're fighting guys that are way better athletes than them. And I'm not saying they're not good fighters, but most of the time, unless they knock you out, guys like that get picked apart and beat by guys like Ciryl Gane or Francis Ngannou or, you know, other elite mixed martial artists that don't grapple as much. Except Francis, he's been grappling a lot lately, obviously. But I don't know if that was enough. This should be a pretty good fight. But Sergei, as far as his record goes, and I know he hasn't fought guys like Ciryl, the elite guys yet, but I have Sergei winning this fight by submission. I think that him and Ciryl Gane are going to stand up. I think Cyryl's going to get the better of it with his leg kicks and his body kicks and his fancy stuff standing up. Sergei's going to eventually just catch one of his legs and take him to the ground, and he'll be able to stay calm and do a little bit of ground and pound, but I think he's going to be looking for Ciryl to overextend his arm up or turn his back or do something else that he shouldn't be doing. So with that being said, I have Sergei Spivac winning by submission within 2 rounds. I think he gets a rear naked choke finish, and I think Ciryl Gane gets upset by Sergei Spivac. I'm sorry, I don't mean to say his name wrong. But again, I haven't seen much of Sergei. I know about Sergei Pavlovich, but I don't know anything about this Sergei. 7 knockouts, 7 submissions. That tells me he's willing to knock you out, but he's also a patient guy, willing to take you down and take his shots. He's going to fight you in a smart manner, and he's okay with finishing you on the ground too. Let's see, 16 wins. That means he's had 2 fights go to decision in his favor. So I don't think he's looking for a decision if he doesn't need it. He's got many ways to win. He has more ways to win this fight, in my opinion, than Ciryl Gane does. Now, again, Cyryl's not fighting Jon Jones, so that's probably a confidence boost to him, because Jon Jones is the cream of the crop, obviously. But I just don't think his grappling is good enough and his wrestling defense is good enough to beat somebody who's well-rounded like Sergei. I think Sergei gets a big upset in this fight. He wins by submission within 2 rounds.